You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Well, here we go, guys. We're going to be talking about the NFL. Now, me and Rhodes were actually on a live stream. I believe we actually mentioned this before after the George Floyd incident. And we said that everything around the world, especially here in the United States, everything would get woke, including sports. And this channel here that you're watching on right now, if you're watching on YouTube, it blew up post George Floyd when the sports world, namely the NBA, completely lost their mind and started being a proponent of Marxism with Black Lives Matter on the court. Also, you had the woke NASCAR driver, Bubba Wallace. That was the first bit video this channel ever had. And we have not looked back since. However, let's go ahead and dive back to the NFL because the NFL has now dropped one of their own, NFL Network. They actually dropped a woke journalist that kept hammering Roger Goodell on diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI. And all these corporations now, for some reason, they all want to have a diversity, equity, and inclusion manager. That is not a real job. There is no market for that. It's a made up position just to make the votes feel good. Nothing more. Well, Jim Trotter, he is now been gone and dropped. He's been dropped, I should say, by the NFL. This is his final week. Look here, guys. NFL Network parts ways with journalists who kept asking Roger Goodell questions about racial diversity. Not about sports. You know, we can't talk about the game because we do have a clip here from the Super Bowl and also another clip from a year previous where Jim Trotter kept asking Roger Goodell about diversity, equity, and inclusion. And I guess the NFL said, all right, we've had enough of you. Here's your walking papers. We're not going to renew your contract. So it says here, a veteran NFL journalist who asked the league's commissioner questions about racial diversity announced Monday that the league had decided to not renew his contract. Jim Trotter, who has covered football nationally since 2014 and worked for NFL Network since 2018, took to Twitter to break the news about his departure. Quote, "This will be my final week with the NFL Media Group. I was informed over the weekend that my contract is not being renewed." Trotter tweeted, "I thank NFL Network and NFL.com for the lessons learned and affirmed over the last 5 years." Now, this is the clip here, and this probably actually sealed the deal right here for Jim Trotter. This is the tweet here. Jim Trotter ethers Roger Goodell about lack of diversity in media. NFL is composed of 70% black athletes. Now, he's talking about in this clip here about the front office and media and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and check out this clip here. And Roger Goodell, he's not really on that side of the business, so he kind of like doesn't even know. But let's go ahead and play it.
Trotter, NFL Media. You and other league officials have said that the league's commitment to diversity, equity, and inclusion extend beyond the sidelines and beyond the front offices and is applied to all aspects of the company. I've worked at NFL Media for 5 years. During those 5 years, we have never had a black person in senior management in our newsroom. That's a problem because we cover a league who, according to league data, the player population is 60 to 70% black, which means that there is no one who looks like these players at the table when decisions are being made about how they are covered. More concerning is that for a year plus now, we have never had a full-time black employee on the news desk, which again is a problem because we cover a league whose player population is 60 to 70% black according to league data. I asked you about these things last year, and what you told me is that the league had fallen short and you were going to review all of your policies and practices to try and improve this. And yet a year later, nothing has changed. You know, James Baldwin once said that I can't believe what you say because I see what you do. And so I would ask you as an employee, When are we in the newsroom going to have a black person in senior management, and when will we have a full-time black employee on the news desk?
Well, I guess you don't have to worry about that since you won't be there.
Well, Jim, I am not in charge of the newsroom, so I think can I answer your question? As you point out, it's the same question you asked last year. And we did go back, and we have reviewed everything we've been doing across the league. And we are looking at everything from vendors that we're working with, to partners that we're working with, to ownership where we've seen significant changes in diversity just this year. And I'm not specific, do not know specifically about the media business. We'll check in again with our people, but I am comfortable that we made significant progress across the league. I can't answer the specific questions. Some of the data you may have raised there may be accurate, maybe not. Last year, I was told some of it wasn't. We'll get to you on that. We want to make progress across the board, and that includes in the media room. And so those are things that we'll continue to look at and hopefully make real progress to. I can't answer because I do not know specifically what those numbers are today.
Yeah. So that is from the Super Bowl this year. You can see February 9, 2023. Now, if you actually go over to Jim Trotter's Twitter account, this is from February 9th of 2022. He actually himself tweeted this out again a few weeks ago right here. And he put out initially in February 2022, the NFL says diversity, equity, and inclusion are part of its core principles. The numbers say otherwise, so I asked Commish Roger Goodell about it. Now let's jump over to Jim Trotter's Twitter account right here, because Jim Trotter right here, you can see he actually pinned a comment here from the clip you just saw from Roger Goodell on February 8th. He has a pin right there, him asking the question about that pretty much the same question he asked the year before. But from his initial tweet saying that this will be his final week, he kind of goes off on this crusade here. 14 hours ago, NFL media told the New York Post that 58% of full-time employees hired in 2022 were people of color, and that 3 most recent NFL media senior hires are POC. How many black senior managers are in the newsroom, and how many full-time blacks are on the news desk? Please don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. In a league that says its player population is 60 to 70% black, these men deserve to have someone with similar cultural and life experiences at the table when decisions are being made about how they will be covered. Seems appropriate. I don't think that the players actually care about the color of people in the media. I don't think so. When it comes to their quarterback on a team, I'm pretty sure the players don't care if their quarterback is white or black. I'm pretty sure the players are more concerned about can the quarterback actually play. But he is just race baiting here in this post. Look at this one here from 5 hours ago. He puts out, when someone says person of color, ask them for these specific data for black people. When someone says media group, ask them for specific data for the newsroom. That's on background, right? Yeah, he's race baiting all of this right here. Let's see here. This one here, he says, hopefully it also speaks to why it's critically important for journalists to make sure that the words of those in power are backed up by their actions. And he's actually responding, I guess, to a tweet about HBCUs and media people right there. Yeah, this man's completely woke. He is completely woke right there. Now, Jim Trotter, are you concerned about the Latino representation in the media? No, you're not concerned about that. What about the Indian representation in the media, sports media? Are you concerned about that? Oh, no. What about the Latino representation in the media? Are you concerned about that? No, he's not. You see, guys, we used to actually want equality, right? But now these leftists, they don't want equality. They want equity. Equity, which is nothing more than cultural Marxism. Nobody on the left now is actually saying we want equality. They're always saying we want equity. This is the fallout from the George Floyd effect, folks. This is wokeness run amok. And I guess the NFL network just said, you know what? We got to let this guy go. We need to let this guy go. He is too woke even for us, even though behind the scenes, the NFL is actually doing quite a bit of wokeness behind the scenes. Not so much on the field anymore, even though they still have some social justice messaging on the helmets, which nobody can really see, and stuff in the end zones. They've been doing stuff behind the scenes. I believe I actually did a video on that last season. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans. Jim Trotter is shown the door. You won't see him at NFL Network ever again. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.